What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Flowing Plan Profit. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day. I put a limit order to get filled during pre-market hours, and I don't think I'm going to actually get filled as of right now. So I'm looking at /NG, and /NG is still showing signs of a downtrend. So if anything, I'm going to cancel that order to get filled as of right now. We've been seeing a very consistent sell-off since its peak right now at around 180. Right now it's sitting right around that 170 area. So I'm looking at /NG again very closely. It's still up on the day, so it's up almost 5%. So looking at /NG, this is ideally what I want you guys to take a look at. I mean, during pre-market hours, this is mainly where it bounced at. So it looks like it is trying to make higher highs, and it is showing signs of a potential uptrend. So I'm going to watch it pretty closely and kind of go from there. Here we go. So I'll get in with, you know, a original position size. Here we go. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, let's see if I can get filled. All right, there we go. Make sure that, here we go. Sorry about that. I couldn't see the live chat, but oh my goodness, come on. All right, give me one quick second. I forgot to close my door. Here we go. We got a pretty nice push up. So if you did not see at the price point that I got filled at, I got filled at 173.04. So pretty much 173. I'm up about $70 on the day. There we go, 140. And again, I was checking out /NG, looking at previous patterns. So I have /NG on my other screen, so I can keep an eye on it while I'm trading you guys. But there's a slight resistance right around this general middle VWAP and this descending. Do you guys see this? This descending SMA line based off previous patterns. It doesn't even mean that it has to hit that price point. It just means that it has been descending at that price point. It has been making lower lows and it has been making higher highs. So we might not even hit that specific price point. So one of the things that I want to make sure that we focus on today is to not be afraid to lock in profits. If you, for whatever reason, don't feel comfortable holding and you want to lock in profits and you're up a certain dollar amount that you feel comfortable, you know, being at, then 100% all power to you. I would lock it in as well. So but yeah, okay, there we go. We got a nice little pullback, and now I'm down. I'm pretty much at the break even right now. So TNDM, let's check this out. Okay, so TNDM up over 10%. So I had a pretty nice sell off. So it looks like it pushed up pretty aggressively. Why is that? Let's see. There's probably some form of news or not earnings. Okay, it looks like it's trying to push up. It had a lot of consolidation right around that $32 area. So just understand that as it approaches 32 based off previous patterns, it would make sense on why it would get rejected. If it breaks above 32 and it continues to rally, great. But as of right now, I would still treat it as a specific resistance. What's going on, Don? Here we go, pulling back. Oh, TNDM has been upgraded. Okay, Roman, I appreciate that. So some form of news that acted as a positive catalyst, right? What's going on, Sean? What's up, what's up? There we go. And again, keeping a very close eye on /NG. It's still not fully below the overall EMA line, but it is getting very close. So it actually shows that it is below here, but not on my other chart. That's so weird. Maybe it might be the length. Yeah, it is the length, because I have a 15 length EMA here, but I have a 9 length EMA over there. So that makes sense then. Don't forget TQQ. Yep. So SQQQ is aggressively selling off. So if you saw /NQ was showing signs of a very consistent uptrend pattern since the market closed yesterday. So very consistent uptrend pattern, just has been absolutely killing. I think actually, yeah. So it's been continuously making higher highs, trading between the middle and top VWAP, kind of like textbook pattern, right? Nothing too crazy. It's just very consistently been showing signs of an uptrend. Again, as of right now, it's a little bit more on the overbought side. So we might be due for a pullback, and then that means that SQs has been selling off instead of pushing up. So definitely something to keep a close eye on. Same thing with, if I'm not mistaken, then JNUG. JNUG should be up. Watch out for the previous resistance that it had yesterday during pre-market hours. That might act as a new resistance. Especially if I'm not mistaken on the 5-day, 5-minute chart. It's been doing a lot of consolidation, showing signs of a potential peak formation. So it makes sense on why, it might not continue to make higher highs. It's, up to you on what it is that you feel comfortable doing. If you want to lock in profits, all power to you. If you want to hold, then, same, right? Let's check this out. There we go, still holding above the EMA line. Okay, looks like we got a nice little push up. Where are we at? All right. Yeah, it looks like /NG. I mean, it truly has not identified its full direction just yet. It's trying to, either reverse or show signs of a peak formation. So that's definitely something that we want to take into consideration. If you don't feel comfortable holding, then simply, end up locking in profits, right? 8CRX. Let's check this out. Okay, pretty low volume, a little bit lower than normal, right? 5-day, 5-minute chart. Okay, consistent uptrend based off previous patterns. And 20-day, 1 hour showing signs of a potential resistance on this SMA line, right? So maybe why it's more at that sell range than buy. And okay, so it's pulling back. Or it looks like it pulled back a little bit since it's peaked out. And look at that MACD, look at the RSI. So let's just keep a very close eye on those. Check this out. Here we go. So again, as of right now, SQs is trying to reverse, but again, it's been continuously making lower lows. I personally wouldn't feel too comfortable trading it, and the reason why is because it's been making lower lows and getting rejected by this overall SMA line. So that's its current direction that I see, right? So yes, it is pushing up, and for all those that were able to buy the dip and sell the peaks and took that risk, all power to you. That's a little bit too high risk for me, but something that we want to take into consideration is that if you don't feel comfortable holding this as this thing is trending down, then the really cool thing about this is that if we pay attention to its inverse ETF, then this should be showing signs of an uptrend, and this should be more at that middle VWAP general support area. Now we just need to get a confirmation that it's going to bounce off the SMA line and actually continue to make higher highs. So here we go. Diaz at that 270 price point. Yesterday it went pretty high. It definitely showed signs of an uptrend, really strong uptrend pattern. So if this thing begins to continue to make higher highs, then definitely something that we can take into consideration. I think it's Abraham van der Vloot, right? Do those factors rule in when you're day trading as well, or only swing trades? It's the same thing. It's the same patterns. Correct, yeah. So due to the holidays, the natural gas report, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be coming out today. Wow. How'd you sleep, Ricky? I slept pretty good. I was resting. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I mean, I didn't upload too many videos yesterday. I wasn't too active. I'm still not feeling the best. I have like a runny nose for those that could hear it, but I'm good. It doesn't matter. I slept fine and I feel much better than I did yesterday. So thank you for asking that. Mark, super cool. Super happy to have you as a part of the team. So yeah, kind of right now I'm just waiting. One of the things that we like to focus on is direction and trying to identify, is DGAS going to continue to, make higher highs and kind of kill it today, right? So is it going to continue to show signs of an uptrend, or is it going to, based off of its, descending pattern on the 20-day 1 hour chart, is it going to continue to sell off, and then is overall natural gas then, or UGAS, going to continue to make higher highs? So it's just something that we're waiting out for. I don't know if you guys followed or paid attention to how it performed during pre-market hours, but natural gas was up to 190, right? So, and it was up at 190, if I'm not mistaken, about 2 days ago. So 5-day, 5-minute chart, here we go. Same resistance here. So we're getting some consolidation. So 195 here, this is 190. And again, it's just showing me potential that it does have the drive to recover all the way back up here, and it wasn't that long ago that it was up there, and that's a pretty solid percentage in my eyes. But again, I can simply wait out on it. So same thing with DGAS though. So if we go on the 2-day 5-minute chart, I mean, this thing was just as of yesterday at 322, right? So if it ends up being in favor of DGAS and it, everything's in favor of DGAS, then obviously the margin of profit here is huge, right? 21.79%. So a little bit more on that side. Team vegetarian, yeah. Okay, let's see. That's weird, Brock. I don't have that normally happen to my specific TOS. Yeah, let's go ahead and SOXS. Okay. All right, so it's below the email line as of right now. Would this be following a similar pattern to? No, not really. To JDS2. Okay, but as of right now on the 1-day 1-minute chart, yeah, it does look a little bit more on the oversold side. All day yesterday, traded in between the middle and bottom VWAP, so a downtrend pattern. So I would just be on high alert on that if it ends up getting rejected. So if you want to day trade it, all power to you. Just watch out for the MACD, watch out for the RSI for any indication that it's a little bit more on the overbought side and that it's time to lock in profits. And also for the potential resistance that the SMA line can act as its overall direction has been trending down within the past 24 hours. So yeah. So we got this thing pushing a little bit back up. We're getting a lot of consolidation on you guys. So we're actually getting a little bit more than I expected. So we're getting a nice little push up around the 173, okay, 174 area. So nice little push up. Looking at natural gas, the consolidation in my eyes, let me know what you guys think, if you guys think that I'm like just being opinionated. But I see a lot of consolidation right around this 4.60 area. Obviously its overall direction as of right now is still trending down, so maybe I should lock in profits and then revisit it when it breaks above this area. That would be, I think, the safest play. But one thing that I really like that it's doing, it's really building this kind of like cup formation, right? It's not making higher highs just yet, as it's kind of just consolidating. So we've talked about the 3 stages of a reversal: the rejection, consolidation, and then we need a confirmation when it begins to make higher highs and completes that entire cup, right? So as of right now, I agree that it's not necessarily there, but I think we're getting pretty close. So Lock it in, Rick. Okay, you guys said it. Let's check it. Okay. So we'll go in with a limit order just to make sure that we get filled at a little bit of a better price point, right? So I don't know why it pulled back. Okay, yeah, that I wasn't supposed to pull back, so. Okay. $86. Woohoo! So I got filled. Did you guys see how I did that? So I got filled at $13.90, and I sent it with a limit order because its overall market price was much less. So the market price was going in between the bid and the ask, and the spread was of 173 to 174.10. So I went ahead and put my limit order. I want to let you guys know that although I did get filled, if the volume is not high enough when it comes down to actually trading something, and you put your limit order and there's no one buying it at that price, you most likely will not get filled. Just want to, be a friendly reminder on that. So, yeah. Alan, 100%. I'm definitely truly happy with $86. It was a 100 share position size, so it wasn't even that big. But the most important part, can we remind ourselves, like, why did I just sell? I sold because I had trouble identifying its direction. Like, this thing can 100% continue to show signs of an uptrend, and I can get back in. That's a really cool thing about that. So you can't paper trade during extended hours. Okay, that's good to know. You sold because someone said lock it in. No. I mean, I like for you guys to be like a part of my trading experience, but ultimately, I sold because again, we talked about the 3 stages of a reversal, and this thing is still trading between the middle and bottom view up. So there, it's actually showing signs of an uptrend now, and I actually just missed out on $1 per share. So that's about $100. It's okay. Again, the whole point is I did not feel extremely comfortable with my position. And if I don't feel comfortable with my position, then there's nothing wrong with locking in profits and waiting until I feel, regardless of the monetary aspect, if I don't feel comfortable with my position, then there's nothing wrong with getting out until I do feel comfortable. I think we could all agree on that, right? Okay, again, I'll go ahead and catch up with the Discord messages, and I'll try to see if I could find yours with the affiliate error. So as long as you sent me your email and put like a smiley face or something like that so I know it's you, and then we can go from there. Also, one thing that I do want to make sure that you guys see is /NG as of right now. It's still trending below the SMA line and below the middle view up. So again, we've been getting rejected around this general area all during pre-market hours. Do you guys see that? So you guys is definitely pushing up. It's showing signs of an uptrend, and trust me, like, I want to be a part of this. But now I'm getting a little bit, if I get in right now, I'm getting in a little bit closer to the resistance. So just something that I have to take into consideration. Appreciate that. Thank you. So here we go. Again, DGAS showing signs of a potential support right around that middle view up. Let's just wait for general confirmation. Again, we have a lot of time. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, right? DWT is still trending down as of right now. Let's set these alerts. A lot of consolidation right now. Yeah, too much consolidation for me. Okay, there we go. And again, it's below the middle VWAP, but it's still around that general area. So that means that DGAS should be, okay, I mean, UGAS should be around that 175, 176. Do you guys like how, like, I was holding for, like, all this time and no real activity happened? But literally, like, if I'm not mistaken, it was, like, as soon as I sold, because I sold right around this general area. It pulled back, and then it pushed right back up. So I think I have a great eye for when to not sell. Just kidding. I mean, I'm still happy with profits, but yeah, there we go. You guys breaking above that resistance again. I've missed out on, what is that? Because I sold at 173 176.90, and it's right around 176.90. So about $3 per share. So it's about $300. All right, guys, give me one quick second. I have to blow my nose real quick. Check out /NG right now. It's right around that middle VWAP and that EMA line. Here we go. Alrighty. You guys cracked me up. Jake the Flying Snake. Okay, SQQ reverse. Let's check this out. Okay, so it looks like, well, let's wait for the confirmation. So yes, it's making lower lows right now, but is it going to continue to make lower lows and lower highs? That's something that, again, let's not be so quick to jump the gun, right? Like, it's definitely selling off 100%. Like, I'm all for TQQ as SQQQ, right? But I just want to make sure that we end up not making the mistake of, you know, of just getting in a little bit too early, right? Especially when something is already selling off. So hey, what's going on, Daniel? What's up? What's up? Do you guys see this right here? MACD, RSI, just waiting for the confirmation here now. On /NG, we're possibly getting rejected. I'm just trying to wait for it to make lower lows. And then by this thing making lower lows, I would feel a little bit more comfortable. You know, here we go. So I'm just going to get my order ready for degas, right? So we'll go here. Whoa, what the heck? Why is it here? Here we go. And I'm going to do 2,000 shares first. And if I'm not mistaken, so I'm going to put it most likely when it breaks above 62. Well, how many? Okay, yeah, so $5,000. Not bad. I'm still waiting for a confirmation though. Right now we're still trending down, so still below the EMA line. It's above the middle VWAP. That's great. I'm looking at my screen right on over here, and natural gas is still above the EMA line and still showing signs of an uptrend. So again, I don't want to be too quick to try to predict what's going to happen because this thing can 100% continue to sell off. So I'm not in degas yet, so I have no open position. Okay. I should appreciate that update. Nice, nice. Here we go. Natural gas is getting rejected. I could do market right now. There we go. With $5,000 worth of it, so 2,000 shares, right? So again, watching it very closely right now. Let's see if it pulls back. The MACD is descending. There we go. We have a red candle pulling back, still consolidating. I like it, Ty. Congrats. Super happy to hear that. That's a good one, Don. Let's check it out. Okay, so reversing, showing signs of an uptrend, 180-day chart. Okay, check this out though. It recently sold off, pushed up, showing signs of an uptrend, but also showing signs of a potential peak formation. So let's just make sure we understand that before we aggressively approach it, that it's a little bit more on the, overbought side in this area, and the RSI is still descending. So yeah, the MACD might be there, but who knows, like this thing can still continue to downtrend, just as it's done before. So, but great call out. Here we go. Let's see. Should have an order ready. Again, it's not a very big position size, so. So looking at high trend line suggests that natural gas will bounce at 467. Okay. So is the crude oil report today? That's something I believe that it should be today, right? /CL. I wouldn't say that PPL would be a good swing trade, especially not with, I mean, it was showing signs of an uptrend, but then it's showing signs of a potential reversal. So, as in that it has potential to pull back to that SMA line. So, yeah, wouldn't say that it would make the best day trade as of right now, especially with that RSI pointing down and the MACD already descending with it barely reversed. Here we go. So natural gas is making higher lows. It's making higher lows in the sense that in the past, so this is actually, that's a really good question. So let's actually talk about that. So it looks like we just broke above that EMA line or around that trending EMA line. So one thing that and again, all power to you guys, but one thing that I like to focus on, and again, this is my opinion, and this is the way that I trade, right? We've had so many people that are when something is showing signs of an uptrend and stuff like that, yes, it is making higher highs within this area, right? The thing that I pay more attention to is its overall direction. So yes, it is pushing up, but where is it getting rejected? Because this is a significant price point on where it really matters, right? And that makes sense on, okay, yes, it is. Wow, okay. So it's pushing up. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Understand its overall direction. And yes, you could scalp something by being able to buy the dips and sell the peaks, buy the dips and sell the peaks. But understand that flow, understand that direction first, I would say, before doing that. Here we go. I'm up quite a bit for, I'd say, oh shoot, not that many shares. Let's see. So I'm keeping a close eye on /NG. Whoa. Here we go. Where are we at? A full $84. So that means on the day I'm up 150. Okay. Okay. There we go. And again, looking at /NG, again, I have that screen on my right hand side. That's why I keep doing this. But as of right now, it got rejected. Again, I didn't know 100% that it was going to get rejected around this area, but that's why I felt comfortable locking in profits on you guys. There it goes, the sell-off, SMA line rejection. It's following its pattern, it's following its flow. And a general support area, again, it tends to bounce pretty nicely. So if I were to draw like this, like where it normally bounces, I'm going to use this like little rectangle tool. So I would say somewhere around, you know, this area, right? So from around 4.55 to 4.6, there's a potential opportunity for a bounce. But it looks like it might already try to reverse if it's consolidating that quick already. So we'll have to give it a little bit more time, but yeah, it's, I think, doing a pretty good job. DGAS pulled back obviously a little bit, so I don't think that the natural gas report is 1 hour after the market opens today. It should be, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna have to double check. So if I'm not mistaken, it should be 1 or 2 hours after. If anyone knows, feel free to share it. Noon Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so that would make it about 3 hours, right? Okay. Sounds good. Here we go. Nice little push up. Can we sell off a little bit more? I'm keeping a very close eye on the MACD over here. Looks like we could possibly sell. Oh no, I am definitely not going to stream until the report, no. I fly out to visit my family in California today, and there's a lot of work that I have to do before I leave, just around the house as well. So I'm probably going to end the stream in about 12 minutes. So yeah, just like you guys, like I'm sure you guys are super busy during the holidays. I have to make sure all my work is done here, and then heading back to or heading to Orange County, California, where my parents reside. You cracked me up, Josh. That's like me having ramen noodles. But it was still a green day when I had ramen noodles. People didn't understand. I was just trying to stay more green, right? Did you guys hear about that E. coli outbreak? There's like 11 states affected. Is market close on Thanksgiving? It is. Here we go. I'm just going to send it. Oh my God. I didn't get filled where I thought I was going to get filled. Yeah, definitely not. Well, it's my fault. We're getting a lot of consolidation right now with natural gas, right around that 4.6 area. So let me see what I'm up on the day. 162. The volatility just isn't that huge as of right now, and I mean it's still really early in the market, right? So Dylan, super happy. Thank you. Really do appreciate that. Of course it goes up. Oh, of course. Oh, makes sense. To the moon, right? If there is one thing that you'd be thankful for, what would it be? I have a lot of things to be thankful for, so it wouldn't just be one, but yeah, there would be a list of things list of not just, I wouldn't say things, but a list of people that I think, I'm really thankful for, so. How much is, okay. Slingshot, I like it. Oh, super happy to hear that. So 375 on the day. Congrats, Blake. Super happy to hear that. Oh, so happy to hear that. Thank you. You guys are being too nice today. Like something bad's gonna happen to me now. Too many people being too nice to me. Say 520 on you guys. I like that. Do pending orders act as a drag on the price? It can. It has a, well, I wouldn't say a drag, but it has a, what's it called? An effect as in like the overall demand, right? So if you want to call it a drag, then so be it. But of course, if there's continuous people that as something tries to push up, people continue to sell right where it's trying to break a resistance, and there's not enough demand to push through that resistance, then of course that it would go down to the basics of supply and demand, right? Alan, let's try this. So we've had a couple people ask that question. So why is it that when I trade when I trade live, as in like you, right, that you mess up your trading, but when you paper trade, you always make a profit? I think it has to do a lot with maybe the dollar value that you're trading and how that has an influence on, like when you get in, maybe when you get out and stuff like that. So maybe try trading with a little bit of a smaller dollar amount, or also you might just be having like bad luck when it comes down to like your entries or your exits or something like that. So I don't know how many times you've tried. If it's just been 1 or 2 times, then again, that's not enough to really go off of. So maybe just continuously to try to remove the emotional or monetary aspect out of it. I think that could act as a positive catalyst. Where's Mr. Hills? Oh my goodness. How many of you guys saw that interview that I was in, not yesterday, but that was published yesterday? That has to be like, I thought I did a good job when it came down to like just speaking, but then I watched that video. We filmed for like about an hour, and the content that was used in the video cracked me up. Oh, it was so bad. I didn't think it was good at all. I think he kept asking too many questions, or the whole thing just sounded like he was just asking questions about the course. And there's just such a negative connotation with like, I talk about like trading live, and there's so many comments just in the comments section. I literally stopped reading the comments after 1 hour, because it literally like, I don't know, it's just very like, it's like a mind game. People are just like, oh, like I tell them that I trade live every morning with the Learn Plan Profit group, and they're like, no, like I'm an LPP, he never trades live, all this stuff, and yeah, but again, it's all good. Just gonna try to ignore well, I just won't watch the comments, but correct. Apple juice, I like it. They're not your market. Here we go. It looks like natural gas is trying to push up. Parents like, it's okay, Ricky, not everyone's good with interviews. I like it. No, yeah, definitely something that I'll have to work on a little bit more. Natural born speaker. Definitely not. I feel like I'm pretty good at commentating when I'm trading, but that's like behind a computer screen, and yeah. Okay, let's check that out. So let me just set my alert real quick. So DWT, I wouldn't say reversal. Again, let's not be so quick to jump the gun. We're still, do you see pre-market hours? We're still at that same resistance. We're still even below that. And the overall SMA line has been acting as a resistance. So again, let's give it a little bit more time. This resistance was not only here during pre-market hours, but here as well. And its overall support was here. So in reality, there's a strong like horizontal pattern that offered a pretty decent margin of profit, 3%. So congrats to all those that took advantage of it, but just know that that SMA line might act as a resistance. Yeah, that's so weird. I don't know if you could call the brokerage that you're using and seeing what's going on with that. No, we already had like a little Friendsgiving. We had it actually for 2 days. So yeah, it was pretty cool. We tried to cook at home, and honestly, we didn't cook. We bought like, I don't know if you guys have ever been to Costco, but they have like the pre-made like lasagna, and then you just pop it in the oven, and then we made mashed potatoes. I honestly didn't make anything. It was Justin and Joel that made everything, and I was just there. I'm not good at cooking. Definitely not my strongest quality. Bad host didn't make anything. They live here too. I'm not a host. Okay, let's check this out. Watch out for this. See if it ends up making higher highs. Let's keep an eye on that MACD to see when it ends up reversing. It's still selling off as of right now. So again, that's why I wanted to say, like, let's not be so quick to jump the gun, because although it did sell off, it ended up reversing almost back to that same resistance level. So from here to about here, again, that's a pretty decent margin of profit. That's a lot of our, weekly goals. So let's make sure that we take that into consideration. Yeah, Joel washed the dishes? Heck no, he doesn't wash any dishes. Oh, I'm sorry. Bonehead, let me know if you have any trading questions, and I'd be more than happy to answer them. So, did you get Phil? Did you, what? Let's see. Would you ever consider doing another $1,000 growth challenge class for fun? Maybe, yeah. You in the red, Rick? I think it just picked up. I think it's fine. Again, it's just consolidating. I really don't hesitate too much on that. So Billy broke the $15 resistance. New support. I'm gonna ignore that. Friends get, no, just kidding. Let me. There you go. Okay, so Billy, due to earnings report, strong catalyst on why the price is now driven up. Super overbought, super overextended. I wouldn't say it's a good deal. I would say that it's only a matter of time for it to, to start pulling back. So, Manuel, you cracked me up. Yeah, I would say that, yeah, when it's that 16 to anything above $15 tends to be a pretty strong resistance. So I think that's pretty safe to say. Are you in anything? Yeah, I went back in on DGAS. So I bought in around 262. What's going on, Morgan? What's up? What's up? Happy to have you here. Is the market open tomorrow? No, it's not. I like that. So, so I think this is a really good statement that he made. Okay, TQQ just broke above its resistance, so it's showing signs of probably a potential reversal. But I like the slow market like this. I can patiently wait for reversal to become oversold. Yeah, so it's much easier, right? That's why and again, it's just a matter of my opinion. I think some of you guys might agree. Well, that's why I think that people should stay away from very aggressive momentum stocks and stocks with high volatility, which are usually pump and dumps and momentum stocks, because it gives you less time to think of what you should or should not do. And I think with slower moving stocks, you have a little bit more time to decide and to see what maybe is the best move for you. And you can be extremely patient with waiting for these reversals. So I think that's definitely something to look forward to. Alrighty, team. We're right around that 45-minute mark, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yep, 46 minutes. So I want to thank you guys again for your time. The market is closed tomorrow. So let's just friendly reminder, understand that if I'm not mistaken, on Black Friday, it's like a short day, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it's a full day. I'm gonna have to follow up with that, but I just wanted to take this time and to wish you and your families an amazing Thanksgiving. I hope that it's something that you guys truly do enjoy, and if there's anything that I can do to make it even that much more special, you just let me know, send me a message, and we can kind of go from there. But I hope you guys eat a lot of good food. Hope you guys spend it with those that you guys love, and most importantly, I hope you guys have a fun and safe Thanksgiving with those that you care about. So let's lock in those profits. If you just don't feel comfortable trading today, then let your Thanksgiving start one day early, and feel free to, I think it'd be pretty cool. I feel like we're pretty close within the Learn, Plan, Profit community. We can use the off-topic channel, right, within the Learn, Plan, Profit chat. So whenever you guys are ready on the off-topic channel, I'll be posting a couple pictures maybe of like my family or some funny things going around. Thanksgiving's always, I think, a fun, good time. Let's just make sure that we keep it fun. We don't, we're not disrespectful to anybody, and that we're aware that other people are going to see it. So let's just if you're drinking a little bit too much and then you want to share that, but you think it might be a little iffy, probably not the best thing to share. But yeah, wish you guys an amazing Thanksgiving. Let's keep it simple. Let's lock in those profits, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm just gonna knock out a little bit more work, and then we can kind of go from there. And I'll keep you guys up to date on my DGAS position. But yeah, thank you guys again for your time. Take it easy, team.